Hello, I'm Hugh. I'm here today to talk about the latest updates that I've done to GM Gen, the Evolution 3. Okay, so I'm just going to hit the record here at the same time. So the first thing is that now there's a sort of prototype for the interface. This is what it's going to look like probably while I'm composing the presets for this. So the whole piece is going to be based around different settings within these different lines, and there's going to be 6 lines in the end. And each one of these lines controls, each one of these parameters controls a feature of that line. And I've been over a few of those before in the previous videos. So I'm just going to go through some of the list of changes that I've made to this since last time. So when I was doing testing on the presets, that sort of gave me the idea that I needed to separate master parameters, so parameters that control the whole feel of the piece, so like the speed of a single beat, the number of beats in a bar, what type of harmonic cloud it is, and when the central pitch changes, so that all of the lines respond to these master parameters in some way. There was also something with the memory, so the way that each of these pick their global memory. Now, instead of each line creating their own memory, and then each of the other lines accessing it for each bar type, it now creates, each line creates memories for every single bar and doesn't change them when you change the bar type. It just accesses a different already generated memory. So that means that the bar memories are no longer hardwired. So it's now been separated and when generated for the whole list of beat number types rather than just the current beat type as previous. Now this was an issue because when changing to different beat types in a master parameter, like for example, if for a 4/4 bar it had generated to a minim then another minim for memory 1. If I was to switch this to 5 beats in a bar and it had done a minim, and a crotchet, and then I switched back to 4 and looked at memory 1, it means that that minim no longer was there, which I wanted it to remain there, because I want the memories to remain for until a determined time where I hit something in the master parameters, I hit a bang which auto regenerates them, or regenerates them when I'm controlling it in the master parameters. So just to summarize that, before they were changing every time I changed the bar beats, and I didn't want that, so I've changed it so that now I can control exactly when they change. Nothing to do with this preset, it wasn't hardwired to this. So what else have I got? I've got first draft of the UI. Yep, this is this kind of thing. I think it'll probably remain looking like this for the time that I'm building these presets. Added a feature to choose how many times a sub preset runs in the master settings. So this is the sub preset thing. So at the moment what happens is each one of these lines will loop over this many times. So it takes 8 beats for the central pitch to be changed, which in a 4-bar thing, in a 4-bar master parameter, it's going to be 2 bars. So every 2 bars, the central pitch changes, and every 4 times through that, it's going to automatically change which preset I'm on. And added a feature to cycle through sub-presets. So this happens this often. Now it might be difficult to show that. I'm going to show that in a little bit. So the other major thing is this preset function. So this one controls the master presets, and at the moment I'm only going to be on one master preset. So I'm not going to change anything to do with this. But this these two numbers lets you write into a master preset, and this one lets you recall the master preset. So this one chooses which value is going into the col object. Same happens here, but it works across all the line objects, all of these lines. So at the moment you can see I've just saved preset 4, and I'm currently recalling preset 1 from that. So if I cycle through these, you can see preset 1 is set up like this, volumes there, memory 1, var mode, etc. All of these feature functions are at this position. Same here. These two I believe are exactly the same in this one. And if I cycle up, so you can see some of the stuff has changed. So this has moved up to saw now, saw wave generator, and what else has changed? Yes, so this transposition value has changed, and the transposition mode has changed. So now this is a real transposition, 7 semitones higher than this. So they're drawing from the exact same memory 1 in pitch and memory 2 in rhythm, and they're gonna play the same thing, but this one's gonna transpose it up by 7 semitones. So that means we're gonna get this parallel fifths happening all the time in number 2. Number 3 has changed to legato, and number 4 we've got a sine, but also on this different envelope type. So I'm going to just play through them now. Right, so you can see that's what this one is picking. This is from memory 1 rhythm, memory 1 rhythm, memory 1 pitch, memory 1 pitch. So both lines are playing the same thing. And now if I press up, because I'm still selected on this, it'll go to the second preset, which also uses the same memories for rhythm and pitch, but now it's got staccato, saw, and it's down an octave, or it's playing in octaves and fifths. Up again, same stuff, but now in this legato envelope, so you can hear the changes between notes, but we've got none of this early cutoff with these notes. Up one more. So now these are, they have a real transposition of 1 semitone, so you get this kind of weird, sort of spooky kind of sound. And so now, if I put this on, I think it's going to start switching between these. Yeah. So it's just going to switch between these every 4 repeats. Or every 4 repeats of the central pitch changing. So there we go, we've gone to preset 3. So if I was to write better kind of styles for these presets by going through these and tweaking them in exactly the right way, and also composing the presets to fit together, you could create these different kind of 4-part sections within a larger preset that cycles over. So you can imagine them as like subsections of a larger section. So for example, if I was to write a say a spooky preset, master preset, and I'd have the master parameters set up to lend itself to this kind of preset, and then all of these lines, when the final thing is available, there'll be 6 lines, all of these written towards that spooky texture or spooky kind of music. Then with the addition of these sections, you can create more interest within that master section. That master spooky section has these 4 sub-preset spooky sections. So that's as far as I'm at with this now. So the next stage for me is to compose a bunch of these different presets. To add 6 lines first, and then to start composing the presets, the master, the super presets, and then all the sub presets for it. So I hope that's been informative. Thank you for watching. See you next time.